Something we should point out just before this video starts, the first two questions of the interview did not get recorded, and Chris was writing down all of our answers with a pen and paper. And we're going to start the video off right at the moment where Chris finds the record button and pretty much regrets everything. Enjoy.
Second one to the right should be record.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay,
Oh, now it's recording.
Record.
There you go.
okay.
All right, so going forward, you'll have documented answers. So you have your written, and then you'll have your recorded.
Thank you. Thanks,
Oh, man.
guys. I'm gonna move on to question 3 after my soul left my body there first.
Once you come back to Earth, we'll move on to question 3.
So you're working on a demo, guys. That's right.
Okay, sure. I'm just gonna start this one. I think I don't know if you guys have said anything, Chance, Cass, or Braden, but the only thing that I know that the public would know about our demo is the shitty one that I have been doing on my little mix board, which is really nothing. It's just so we can get the song down. But we are planning on actually going into the studio and doing some recording, and then someone else can take it from there because they probably know better than what I do.
Yeah, because it was pretty much like Braden said. We were just trying to get like a rough idea of how the song would sound. Chance has connections per se. His friend was going to record some songs for us for free and whatnot. So eventually we're gonna
we gotta figure some stuff out first. Shaky also has a connection who we might go with. It's just like my guy's willing to do it. Like he's giving us a very good deal, we'll say.
Is that the guy from Gloom?
From Gloom, yeah, it's Sean from Gloom. They're an awesome metalcore band. Not our sound, but they're really cool. And we're probably going to be working with them in the future. We might be opening for them once we're allowed to do shows again.
Oh, cool. So you might be opening for Gloom?
Yeah.
first.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so he's willing to give us a good deal. But we got to work some stuff out because we're the way he does drums is not exactly what we're used to. So like we gotta figure some stuff out. We don't have 100% plan for a single set out yet, but we know we want to record one in the near future.
Yeah.
We did record, kind of a crappy little demo. We're probably not gonna release that. Maybe a chunk on social media just as like a teaser so people know what we sound like. But it's pretty rough. It's mainly just so that we can send that to producers so that they know what we're trying to sound like, basically. Give them a rough idea.
Because as much as we'd love to release the demo version, there's like a little bit of tempo issues on a few instruments, so it's just going to sound very clunky and horrible. So that's why we're looking to go into a studio soon, so we can actually record it properly and not sound like garbage.
Yeah.
I'm super hyped to work on it, and it's going to be good. We got some songs going and kicking, so I think it's going to be a good one.
Super hyped. We have like a few different... I don't really want to say different styles, but I mean, a few of our songs can have different feels to it.
I think all our songs kind of have their own, like they kind of have us, like our spirit in them, like it sounds like us, but none of them sound like the same.
Yeah. Pretty fun.
Which is, I think, what you want to go for, like variety, but not so much variety that it doesn't even sound like the same band.
Variety that rocks.
Yeah, it's fun to experiment with the sounds, like with what we've been able to come up with. It's like we're surprising ourselves like every week whenever we meet up. Like we'll just play something in a different style. And we'll be like, whoa, Chance, play that again, and then like all of a sudden it'll just spiral into something crazy.
It just worked out really well, so I'm really glad.
I want to get to the point where we're just like where someone like plays something and then we do like a big long like 10-minute version of it. I want to get to that point where we can just sort of like work off each other infinitely. But I mean, it just comes with jamming.
Yeah, it comes with synergy and practice and stuff.
And right now, it's kind of on writing songs rather than improv stuff because we want to have enough songs to play a show when we can play a show.
It's really hard to not be able to play shows right now.
One of my favorite local venues, Bohemia, just closed down for good.
What was it called?
Bohemia.
Oh, Bohemia closed?
Yeah, that was where my first local show ever was. That was the first local show I ever saw. I saw Our Abandoned at Bohemia. So that place had like kind of a special place in my heart. It sucks to see it go. I was hoping to play there someday.
We had gone to the orchestra and then left the orchestra at the halfway point because he had to do an orchestra thing for his assignment. Left halfway through and went to a band that I knew from high school.
Yeah, so I was in like a dress shirt and like a tie, but I specifically wore a black dress shirt and a red tie, so that when I got to the venue to listen to this punk band, I just untucked my shirt and I looked like Billy Joe Armstrong.
I was just about to say, you're going for those American Idiot vibes.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, it's just a cosplay. I'm not a nerd.
Don't get bullied in the pit.
I mean, Our Abandoned's pretty soft. I don't think there was a pit.
Yeah, no, they're
That's
pretty
fair.
soft.
Have you guys ever gone into a mosh pit?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes!
Yeah?
It was fun when I slipped on a beer and got trampled.
Oh.
I thought I saw my life flash before my eyes. I'm like, this is embarrassing. I don't want to die at Pierce the Veil. I don't want that on my epitaph.
I would rather be in a mosh pit than every time we've been to a concert and had like stage divers jump onto our heads.
God. That was like the worst experience I had when we went to Silverstein. I'm tall, but I was right up front because they're one of my favorite bands ever.
Yeah.
The stage was like low enough that people could jump off it. Oh my God. And people, like, when you're stage diving, you need to commit. Like, you jump kind of backwards, kind of with your back to them, legs up in the air, trusting that everyone's going to catch you. This chick dives like head first, just shoulders me right in the face. I'm surprised she didn't break my nose.
Oh
Yeah, that was bad. It was real bad.
It was so bad.
That was fun. I want to do stuff like that at one of our shows.
You want to jump into the
Don't
crowd?
break someone's nose. That's a lawsuit.
No. Break someone's nose. I mean, just do crazy antic shit. That's what I want to do.
That's
That seems
kind of
like
like the vibe we're looking for when we go on stage. We don't want to be the band that just stands there and goes, do playing the music. I just want to get paid and go home. Like we want to have some energy, jump around, like do some weird shit.
What does the name Reign of Error mean, guys? What is
That's a shaky question.
Yeah, I find that like Reign of Error doesn't really have some sort of like symbolism, for lack of a better word. It doesn't really have like a very spiritual meaning per se, unless it's like a group of family fuck-ups decided to start a band and rock the world. But the main inspiration behind Reign of Error, my dad was watching a Robin Williams comedy special, and Robin Williams is on the topic of previous U.S. presidents, and he was just kind of going through a run-through of like what each president did and whatnot. And I can't quote it word for word, but I'll kind of like paraphrase it. But he said that once George W. Bush got voted out of office, his reign of error was officially over. And I thought that was like the most clever thing ever. You know, me being an impressionable little kid, and yeah, it was the most epic thing I've heard in my life. And so when we were coming up for a name of a band that needed sort of like a punk feel to it, I felt like Reign of Error was like the perfect fit for it.
Yeah.
And as soon as he had wrote it in the chat, like we had like a Facebook group chat, he wrote Reign of Error. Everyone was like, yep, perfect.
Yep.
Nothing. No
And it's
other
great,
name,
though.
nothing. It was that first, and that's what we went with. There you go.
No other ideas. Like, it was, yeah. I was like, hey, what should we call ourselves? He's like, well, I've had this one name since I was a kid, Reign of Error. And I was like, that's dope. Let's go with it. And then
It's great because everyone else has been saying it too, because everyone's like, oh, you're in a band, what's it called? And every time we say Reign of Error, they always go, oh, it's such a badass name.
So
And then,
even our like designer that made the logo, as soon as I was telling her like what we wanted to get done, she's like, that is fucking sweet. That is
yeah,
a
that's when we
sweet
knew we got
idea.
a golden name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a compliment as well from the tech guy at my work. He said it was a cool name.
Yeah, and then like the next stage was like looking up on Google to make sure there was no like up and coming or already famous band called Reign of Error, or else we'd have to go right back to square one.
Yeah. There's a photography company
Yeah,
in like
I don't think it's a company. I think it's just one guy, but he like calls that's like his photographer name for some reason.
so we jacked the name and it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you really want a
He
photographer
can't-
named
like,
Reign
no
of
one
Error?
Like, no one is going to confuse us for him, so we should be fine. The only thing is, like, Reign of Error is taken on all social media, so we had to go with Reign of Error Yeg.
Yeah, it helps set us apart. So
Yeah.
Got the job
It
done.
helps people. It immediately tells people where we are as well.
Yeah, that would actually be amazing if someone was at a show and they're like, "Hey, are you Rain of Error, the photographer?"
That would be like the #1 band crisis ever. We're like, we're not a photographer.
Yes, the four of us collectively are the photographer. Right?
We need 4 people to operate 1 camera. That's why we're Rain of Error, because we keep screwing it up ourselves.
That's why
Yeah,
we're
one-
all afraid of error, because we can't
Yeah.
get anything right.
One
There's the
person
symbolism.
for
There's
each
your
leg
answer,
of the
man.
tripod, and then one person for the camera.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And don't get me to hold the camera. Use a tripod, dude. You're going to get some mad motion blur out of me.
That's why you were in radio, not video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't screw the
exactly. I
camera.
handle mics, not cameras.
No, one of us, 3 people for each leg of the tripod, and we would hold the tripod legs above the ground, and Shaky would hold the camera.
We will be the worst photography company ever. And that's a promise.
Totally defeats the purpose of the tripod.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. That's
Oh my
just us
God.
living up to the name, you know?
That's hilarious.
As soon as we heard the name, we got the crown idea, which was super fun. I'm super excited.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's icing on the cake.
Yeah. I'm just like, what if we had a crown that glitched? And then we just rolled with it. And I'm like, cool.
It's a
First
beautiful
idea.
logo.
Going real quick.
Yeah. What kind of environment are you guys practicing and writing in?
My basement.
Yep. Like where he was at the beginning of the interview when he showed his drum kit, that's where we jam. That's where we are like every Sunday.
If Bryn is busy for some reason, then we'll do it in our living room.
Yeah, I just come over, I bring the bass. It's mainly just goofing off and hanging out and telling messed up jokes, but
Yeah.
a lot of the time we do actually practice and get some good writing done. Because I swear, like the bulk of one of our songs was written in that living room.
Yeah, that's true.
I was just
That's our
going to say
best
the name,
song,
but I
too.
don't think we want any teasers of the name of the song yet. So had to really watch myself on that one.
Yeah, but yeah, we do it in Bryn's basement with some earplugs and hope we don't hurt anybody's ears.
I'm surprised that
Yeah.
Bryn's mother has a lot of patience with us, like being loud as shit in the basement. It's a small
I've been-
house too, so
Yeah, I've been playing that kit for like 2 years now, like closer to 3 years in that house for the most part. That house and another one, but yeah, they know all about it, and they actually sort of have figured out how to deal with it. Like there are earplugs lying around all upstairs, and I'm like, where do these earplugs come from? They're not mine.
I mean, that must be hard to do. I mean, if you can't get a studio to practice in. But if you could open for any headliner, who would it be and why?
ooh,
I thought about this for so long. You don't know, and I still don't know.
oh god. That's a very good question.
The Beatles.
What's left of the Beatles, I guess.
I don't
Hey,
think it's going to be possible, Bryn.
No, that's a joke. I wouldn't want to open for the Beatles even. Well, you know, if the Beatles were a thing and they gave us, anyways, run on sentence.
Like you realize if we opened for the Beatles, like we would have shit thrown at us.
Yeah.
Valid.
Like that's how insane people went for the Beatles. Like if they see someone on stage who is not the Beatles, like you're going to be assaulted. I'd rather not have that.
So in regards to your question, like you're talking like any like headliner ever, right?
any band,
Any band, goddamn.
any band that's ever headlined.
Honestly, if I had to pick one, I'd probably pick like Billy Talent. I've loved that band for years. I've seen them like 3 or 4 times. Got to meet them once in 2017, 18. Yeah, 2018. Sorry. Yeah, I think they'd be cool to play a show for.
They've got a
100%.
sick show. I've seen them too.
And I'd freak out over Ian DeSau's hair every time.
We love you, Billy.
No shame. Yeah, I'm just obsessed over his hair the whole time.
I'd love to open for Green Day.
Yeah, I'd say probably the same thing. Green Day is like the band that got me into rock music because my mom, I grew up with my mom and she only listens to country really. So that was kind of what I grew up around and I hate it now. And Green Day, that was the first band I ever listened to that got me into rock music. My brother-in-law was babysitting me, which is a weird sentence. There's a big age gap between me and my sister. But anyway, my brother-in-law was babysitting me when I was like 7 or something, and he put on the American Idiot album, and I was like, yo, this is awesome. What is this? And he's like, oh, this is Green Day. He's like, do you like it? I was like, yeah. So he sent me home with his Dookie CD, and that was the first CD I ever owned, and I played that thing on repeat. I still have it to this day. So yeah, that'd be like probably the ultimate band for me to open for is Green Day.
I just think it would be a sick vibe to get those audience members hearing us, because I feel like we have similar vibes to them.
Yeah, they're like a big like inspiration for like my guitar work as well. So it kind of pans out as well. We would actually match with the sound.
That's wicked. Yeah, I
What about
like
you, Bryn?
grew up with Green Day.
Yeah, I would say either like the Tragically Hip or Smashing Pumpkins or something like that. That's
Smashing Pumpkins. I didn't know you even knew them.
Yes, yeah. Not too much, but yes. But yeah, them or the Tragically Hip, I think that'd be a good, because the energy is similar.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fair.
sorry, random rendition. Must you?
I must.
I'm glad you're into Green Day as well, though, man.
Yeah, first album I picked up was American Idiot.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
Album.
Yeah.
Which form was it in? Forewarning, any answer other than vinyl is incorrect.
No, that's like Green Day on fucking vinyl, Bryn. Jesus.
Oh yeah, let me just get to American Idiot.
With that like that riff, but with that like crackle in the background. The vinyl, like, that sounds so wrong.
This is question 8, so this is so I've got 2 more questions ahead of you guys, so just be prepared.
Yeah.
Question 8, hot dog guys. This is a debate.
We discussed this,
Yeah.
and it is a sand notch.
Okay.
Shut up, Bryn.
I don't think it's a sandwich, no.
We actually have a game that has debate topics, and Chance and I went over and was doing it with his family and going through this, and it was a really fun topic. So
I don't believe it's a sandwich.
I believe it's a sandwich.
It's only on one piece of bread, though.
It's 2 split in
Well,
half. You do it
we
with
could-
burger buns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't have to separate them, and
But
you
you
can
do
support.
it almost always.
the
If
hot
you go
dog
to
bun
a
only
go
has
to
one
that
purpose
serves
for one
burgers, they're
kind of
gonna
meat,
cut the
though,
bun
which
all the way
is the
through.
hot dog. But like, if you look
I
at like
think-
a bologna
I think-
sandwich, it's
yeah.
the bread on it is just called bread, not bologna bread. So
And
That's
what
how
other
I do it.
sandwich do you eat this way? Like, you eat
Yeah,
sandwich
exactly.
this
It's like
way,
a
not
fucking
like
taco,
that.
dude.
You don't eat it
it's
for
not a sandwich. A hot dog's a taco. It's just an American taco, dude.
yeah.
There.
That's
Boom.
I was-
No
you
more
know,
debate.
oh
It's
my-
over.
Singular taco.
I was actually gonna say it's a sandwich, but no, it's a fucking taco. That works better.
I agree.
Wow,
it is
how
taco.
one shaky bass guy crushed a whole debate.
Please end the entire article with "This band thinks a hot dog is a taco." Or no, well,
That's
you
gotta
know,
be a line of merch. Reign of error. A hot dog is a taco.
So in
Don't
that,
be leaking that, Chris. Don't be leaking that.
okay, but shaky. If you have a hot dog is a taco and taco is a taco, what else is a taco?
Yes.
a sub.
Is a sub a taco? Because isn't it a
Well, I mean, if
separate
It
sandwich?
No,
depends if you
because
cut
it's
it all the
two
way through.
You know what?
split ends.
Actually, a hot dog is. I'd say a hot dog is closer to a submarine than it is to a taco, because a taco has a different sort of skin to it. Yeah, I mean,
sandwich.
maybe, but I don't know. I would think I would classify a sub as a sub, and I think in
Uh-huh.
that case, a hot dog would be more of a sub.
I classify
in
a
a way
sub
it-
as a sub. What a great argument.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Fuck you. Say something better. I dare you.
Oh my god, dude.
Okay.
So
Well,
have
the
you
answer is different for everyone. We're going.
When I saw this question, I was joking that this is probably going to break up the band.
Then you'd have a whole different article on your hands, my man.
second last question, guys. What is your go-to Halloween candy now that Halloween's coming up? If you could get out there and dress up, and what costumes would you pick, and like, what's your go-to Halloween candy?
My go-to Halloween candy would be all of them, especially Reese's. I think that's gotta be the one. And I think I would dress up. I don't know. I'd have to think about this. Come back to me on that one.
Okay.
All right, I'll go. My go-to candy is Kit Kat and Smarties. Every single year I went trick-or-treating, I'd empty that bag. I'd always go right for the Kit Kat and the Smarties. But it's funny because most of my high school experience, my costumes have been food-related. Like in grade 10, I was a Heinz ketchup bottle. And grade 11, I was a can of Coke. Very fitting, I know. But I mean, like grade 12, I was like some like hazmat suit Ebola dude. I don't really know how to explain it. But this year, I'm growing out my hair, and I'm going to go as a scene kid for Halloween. I think the hair's coming along nicely.
Why don't you tell him like exactly what the idea behind your costume is?
The idea behind oh no.
You're not just any scene kid.
I'm
Who
pretty
are
much
you?
trying to be me from high school because, I used to have like hair like down past my eye. I'd flat iron that bad boy every morning. And I was a disaster in high school nonetheless. And as a joke for Halloween, I purposely grew my hair back. And like, it looks all right now, but yeah, once Halloween's over, I'm getting a haircut.
You gotta keep growing it.
You gotta get to Bryn's length.
You're the only one in the band with short hair.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has like just like an average
That's fair.
basic bitch haircut.
Fair.
Should have done up your mohawk for
Oh, I thought about it, but that's too much fucking effort.
this.
And it might be out of frame.
Oh, that also.
It would be.
It would be.
And that'd be the funniest part.
Also, I just took a shower like 3 hours ago, and I don't want to put gel in to just take another shower. Heck no.
I feel you. I just took a shower like 5 days ago. It's just too soon.
I think I'm reconsidering going to Bryn's house for practices now. I'm bringing a Febreze bottle next time. Hey, how's it going?
I choose the most obscure candy possible, like black licorice. I love, and chocolate chews. And I'm like the person that takes all the weird ass candies and gives away the things that everybody else seems to love, like fucking O. Henry's and Coffee Crisps. I don't fucking like them.
I bet your favorite sucker is lemon.
It is.
You seem like the Robin Hood of Halloween. You take all the shit candy and you give all the good candy out.
It's same with like Doritos. I hate Doritos, so I used to give all my Doritos away. I like the plain chips. Those are my favorite.
Unbelievable.
I know. And yeah, I dressed up as usually costumes and cosplay. This year I have to go as a nurse because I'm a teacher right now, so I have to follow the teacher code, and we're apparently being nurses and doctors. But yeah.
You know why?
Some sort of character from a TV show.
You know why? Because those people usually have masks as like accessories and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. That's why we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also working at a Catholic school being a Satanist, so we'll see how that goes.
Wow.
Oh,
We should make a song about that.
Candy. I'd have to agree with Bryn. It's like Reese cups. Those are my favorite.
Yeah. Oh boy, those are good.
Doritos are also pretty sick. Although my favorite kind is the sweet chili heat, which you don't really find in the little Halloween bags. Those are so good. Those are my favorite chips. I can eat like a family-sized bag of those to myself in like 10 minutes.
This is why
family size is just a chance
candy, and I can
size.
take the good candy.
As for like what I'd be, I'm kind of like a horror junkie, so like I've been everything under the sun. I've got this. This is one of my favorites. It's like kind of a crappy Michael Myers mask, but it's fun. I've got my my Scream mask here as well, my ghost face.
What's up?
I've got a Jigsaw mask somewhere here too. I literally any like horror movie character I'd be. I don't know what I'm gonna do this year. I should probably figure that out if I'm gonna do anything. because it's how many days I got? Like 3, 4.
You should also dress up like me from high school.
I mean, I've already got the
costume
hair.
idea.
There you go.
Yeah, I think you have more hair than I've ever had in high school or in my
Yeah,
life.
mine's a little long, a little too long. I could be like the chick from The Ring.
God.
I can see you coming out of my TV telling me I've got 7 days.
For Halloween, I think I will probably go the hard route and dress up as the drummer from Reign of Air.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think you look anything like him.
I don't. The hair is totally different and everything. Anyways, no, I'd probably take an easy route and like dress up as a hippie. But then again, like I'd have to dress up as some. Well, if I'd have to, really, I don't know. But you'd want to dress up as someone with a mask who has a mask as part of their costume. You wouldn't want to just be like, the headless horseman with a mask or a ghost with a mask. But I mean, you'd want to do something that allows you to do that. So I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like a surgeon or something like that. But of course, it's Halloween, so I can't just be a surgeon. I have to be a surgeon with an operation that's gone wrong, horribly wrong, and like there are limbs all over me and like blood everywhere, and then I'd have a mask on. But I don't know. I'll probably do nothing. I don't know.
I feel like I should be the surgeon because, especially with my shaky hands, a surgery gone wrong is definitely my field of expertise.
Boy, that is a really cool idea, Brent.
Which one? The surgery gone wrong?
Yeah.
Or the drummer from Reign of Air? Yeah.
Both of them are good ideas. Last question, guys. What are some of your favorite artists that you're listening to right now or would recommend to Nugget readers?
Well, gotta call out some of the local bands that really I've been listening to a lot. Honestly, my like high school best friend Charles has a band called Laundry Week. One of his many bands, but I honestly listen to their music way too often on my phone, and it's just really weird to listen to your best friend sing through Spotify. But yeah, definitely them because homeboys, they're really chill.
They're another band we'll probably do at least one show with.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charles is a good friend of ours, and yeah, he's really cool. The whole band is they're
so talented.
Awesome. They're so good.
Yeah. And then I listen to way too much Dance Gavin Dance because that's my favorite band in the world. Yeah.
We don't sound anything like Dance Gavin Dance, but they're great.
Thanks for clarifying. Some people might think it's like a cryptic teaser as to what the sound could be.
I am not nearly talented enough to play Dance Gavin Dance.
Oh my God, Will Swan he's a magical guitarist.
I've never seen someone play such crazy guitar and have no like what the guitar face. Yeah, because like most guitarists,
they always have that like,
and like he just doesn't do that. Like he's just stone faced the entire time. Meanwhile, his fingers are like just like that the whole time.
If you look up Dance Gavin Dance, Will Swan playing guitar, he has like ones where he just plays guitar and plays the cover, so you can watch him and you just watch him stone faced playing the fucking songs perfectly. I'm like, the fucker, how are you doing that? Because it's like math rock. So it's fast. And it's amazing. Hell yeah.
I guess for, if I wanted to shout out some bands, I'll go with, I'll do like one international, 2 locals. Just to kind of have a nice balance. So my favorite band's Escape the Fate. And yeah, their original sound, they're very post-hardcore, nearing in the metalcore, but they've really toned it down. So I think that's more or less
with Lindsey Sterling.
What's that?
That song with Lindsey Sterling.
Okay, that song slapped though. They had an epic breakdown.
It did slap.
They're kind of getting back to the roots there, but yeah, it kind of has a nice little mix for everybody. If you're really into the heavier stuff, that'd be their older stuff. But if you like rock music that's a little more calmed down, almost in a pop punk, like alternative rock kind of realm, more or less their 2018 and beyond releases. Local bands, I gotta say, Calling All Captains. They've toured Canada, they toured the US, the UK. They opened for the Offspring in K-Days. Like they're only on the up and up from there. I think they're from like St. Albert or somewhere close to that. Also, my other buddy's band, Castles, but instead of an A, it's spelled with a V. They just released an EP. I think it was a couple months ago. Nice little 3-track EP out. Absolute banger if you're into pop punk, especially newer age pop punk. Even though they're newer age, it kind of gives me more of that like 2007 to 2009 kind of feel to it. So if that's what you're into, check out Castles with a V.
I'd like to shout out Gloom. Like I mentioned them before. Sean, their bassist, is possibly gonna mix some stuff, record and mix some stuff for us. They just like a few days ago released their new EP Mourn, which all of the recording, mixing, mastering was all done by Sean. It's a really cool metalcore band. It's a really good sound. They're awesome. In terms of not local stuff, well, actually they are kind of local. I've been listening to a lot of SNFU lately. Their singer just a couple months ago actually passed away, which was really unfortunate. He was like kind of an idol of mine. I was hoping to get to meet him one day. But yeah, they started in Edmonton back in like the late 80s, and then they moved to Vancouver in the late 90s, I think, and they got pretty big in the punk world, and they're a big influence of mine.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I'll do the same thing as Braden. I'll start local and I'll go to international for the last one. So neither of these bands are really like us, so I don't know, but I really appreciate the stage presence of a band called the Brass Tactics, or I think they just called Brass Tactics, not the Brass. Anyways, point is they're like obviously a brass band, and there isn't one drummer. They're like I think 3 or 4 drummers, and they all carry a different part of the set, and so they all work together. And there are about 5 brass players, and the sound is just, it fills any room no matter how freaking big it is. It's just awesome. And I saw them twice, and both times their stage presence was freaking out of this world, because they would all, since they're all moving around and dancing and jiving to the music they're playing, they would go into the audience and like play right beside the audience. I was at a show where they actually like went off the stage, through the audience, snaked through the audience, and then went on to like the bar and were like dancing and playing their instruments on the bar. And it was freaking great. So if I, as a musician, could ever get anywhere close to that, that'd be really fun. Another band that I just was introduced to recently was a band called Jash and the Winos, Jash, and the Winos. And they're, I don't know what genre they are, but I can't even define them as a one genre. They're just a sort of a
like gypsy punk
cluster. Yeah, sort of.
Flask.
Yeah, I don't know, but their stage presence is also really good. They're also extremely good musicians, and very, very good stage presence, and just great music and very connected. And I think a great band to see live. And then for an international one, I like old music, so I'm going to choose an old band, and the band's called Faces. And they're I've never really seen them live that much, as in at all, except for recordings and stuff like that. So I don't really know. I know their sound was really good, and it was full of energy, and that's sort of what I want to go with. You know, I just love energy, and seeing people play off of the energy that I'm showing is sort of it's like a drug, you know. Really makes me happy.
Well, guys, now that we've got all the questions completed, and I've got a whole bunch of information from you, I want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.